name is Kelechi Nwamara. I'm a business manager in TD. I've been with TD since 2004. I'm almost 16 years in TD. I've managed series of products. I managed Epson and APC. I managed supplies and Toshiba. Then I managed PHG. From 2010 till date, I managed supplies as a business manager. TD recognizes hard work. So you might be working, you think nobody is seeing you. That is not true. They recognize hard work. Believe me, when it is time for your promotion, you might get it double. That happened to me. There was a year I was not recognized. I felt my hard work is not recognized, and people were getting promotions. I wasn't seeing anything. So on that fateful day, I was promoted, and my promotion is not just one step. From executive 4 to assistant manager 4 steps. So that is why I said recognition is part of my motivation in TD. So every year TD recognizes people who have done so well during the year. So they recognize them, they give them award. So that is one of the things that motivate people in TD and motivates me as well, because I know I was also part of it. I've gotten the best staff of the year, and that also motivated me. TD has the most prized assets as people, and our people is one of the greatest pillars in TD. In 2003, I had my industrial training in TD, and I ended it in 2004. So I was supposed to go back to school to continue with my HND, because I'm already done with OND. So when I go back to school, we finished our first semester, about to start exam, and we were asked to do another screening before the exam. And this screening requires original certificate of WAEC. So before then, I had my computer print, and that was what I used in getting admission. So I went back to my school to get my original certificate. They couldn't find my original certificate. Meanwhile, I had my computer print. So I didn't have original certificate. My result disappeared from computer all of a sudden. They couldn't find it. I was told it's no longer in the system. Up to today, I don't know what happened to my results. No original certificates, and I couldn't continue. So that affected my school. I couldn't continue HND. I couldn't even pick up my OND results. So I felt that was the end of my... I was devastated. I didn't know what to do. I felt my own has finished. What will I do? Where will I start from? To start writing another exam? Start looking for another admission? I didn't know what to do. I asked myself, if I come back to TD, what will I tell them? I will tell them I don't have results, or I'm no longer in school. So with which certificate will I work with? So after a series of thoughts, I picked up courage and I called MD of TD. I called her, I was crying. I was shedding tears. I told her what happened to me. After listening to my story, she told me, Kelechi, come to Lagos. Don't worry, come to Lagos. So I went back to Lagos. So after meeting with her, I was employed permanently in TD. So I started working again in TD. So while I was working, I was looking for what to do to get my results back. But then, we had so many things we wanted to do. To sue WAEC for damages. But all thanks to TD that took me back. So after all the preparations to sue WAEC, we got lawyer, we did all the write-ups, the printings. On a second thought, we decided to forget about it. I decided to move on with my life. Since I already have a place I am working. So luckily for me, my husband, who was my friend then, had to get a school for me. He got a school where I wrote my WAEC. And I wrote it once and I cleared my papers. After that, I got admission into Unilag. All thanks to TD. If not for TD, I don't know what would have been. I don't know what I would have done. So I started my course in Unilag. I was working, I was schooling, it wasn't easy. But I was doing all these things. And the love they were showing me, encouraging me to move further. It was overwhelming. Amazing set of people we have in TD. Amazing CE, Mrs. AK. She's a mother. You might ask yourself, do I really have a future? Yes, we have a future here in TD. Because we have some people who have really worked here and they've left TD for years. But their kids are working here, their families are working here. So that depends on how you really do your job. So that is why I said, continue to do the good work. Let that passion not leave you. Continue to do it because you don't know where and where you meet yourself tomorrow. So that is why I'm saying you have a future here. And with the kind of company we have, the company is growing every day. With that, all of us are growing every day. So my advice to my colleague is to keep up the good work, to keep working hard and don't relent. Just keep doing the good work because I believe that there's no how the good work will not be recognized. You will be recognized one day, and that is what I believe. So if you're not recognized today, you'll be recognized tomorrow. And you might be recognized in a wonderful way that you don't even expect it.